Yo. What
Let's
up,
go. Let's
Seth?
go.
What
Let's
up,
go. Let's go.
man?
Let's do it. What's
Y'all
happening, fellas?
deep. Y'all thick in here, yo. The chat came in thick tonight. How y'all doing?
Right.
Jeez, you make a young lady feel loved. Boy. No diddy, no diddy, no diddy.
Oh boy.
Left two. There go my man. Left two. Hey, you eating
Left
your vegetables over there,
fully.
bro?
What it
Are you
do,
eating your
Toolie?
vegetables, Aaron?
Toolie,
Are
Toolie,
you?
Toolie.
Are we,
He said he's
are
kicked
we
back
eating our
too.
vegetables?
I'm gonna
Man,
see
I'm
if I.
tired, fellas.
Oh shoot, you. I was
Did
I
y'all ever
barely.
get that?
No, I didn't. I left it in the chat that I told y'all I wasn't gonna be able to get a nap. I feel like Polo got one,
Uh,
but I didn't.
he
I
do
got me
look
a little nap.
refreshed. He
I
Bruh.
got
looks
a little nap.
refreshed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I got a
got.
because
little
right
nap.
about now his eyes look about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he be like, "Is that sun done beat him down?" Like, man. Look, he talking.
Yeah,
Usually he just be quiet until you force something out.
Yeah, he already he already laughing everything. Like yo, yeah,
I
yeah.
got a
He
little I got a
you
little
could
nap.
you can tell Polo got him a nap. I daggone sure didn't get no. Hey, bruh. I got some extra stuff came up at work, and I got caught up at while I was at work, and after that, I just got home and it was play with the kiddo for a little while, spend some time with him. Then I had to take care of some
Yeah,
stuff out in the yard. So yeah, I ain't getting on that. Hey man, y'all giving us a hard time. Ro-
hard time. Rolly is beating us down, bro.
Rody is good.
Right.
Making us
Ro-
feel bad, man.
Rody, you must not have been on my channel here lately, because I'll be honest, starting the season off, I've dropped more videos at the beginning of a season than I've done in a long time.
Yeah, that's
I
true. That
usually
is
start the
fair,
season
Rolly.
off slow.
Right, Rolly. You really that's really aimed at me, I guess, because I haven't dropped a video in another like 2-3 months. So, but we've been
Yeah.
busy, man. We've been working.
I mean, we've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, man. That's the thing, man. We've had a lot going on, and I think I even said it in one of my posts or something like that. We wanted to do more live streams and stuff over the off season, um, but yeah, life was lifing, and we were working on some other stuff, which is the reason that we're here tonight. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this little brief period of y'all not seeing us in the off season, it'll be well worth it.
it'll be well worth
It'll be well worth it. Um,
that. We're sure.
yeah, I'm sure of that one. So yeah, first off, man, we want to say we appreciate y'all for joining. Thank y'all for popping in here. Um, and just continuing to support us and coming back for another season. I mean, that's another season. Polo dropped that fire picture today of the test plot back there in the back. Woo, that joint's looking like it's already May.
Man,
I was going to post a
man.
picture today, but then I saw Polo's picture and I was like, he
Like,
got it.
nah,
I'm
don't.
gonna post. I was like, I'll post next week. He got it. Let me let this fur kick in first.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
got
let that. I'm
rain
gonna
in
let that
2 weeks.
heat. I'm gonna let that heat rock cool off for a little bit. You
That
know
should have been
what
the stripes he bought. He should have brought those stripes to the championship, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, man.
Hey
We
man,
wanted
I
that.
did, man. I did,
Wrong
man.
time of day. Wrong time of day.
I mean? Man, I
I
ain't gonna
can't hold.
front, man. Them joints, boy. Polo dropped that video. I mean that picture, boy. It was that jumps is fire. Like,
I had to sit back and look at it, man. I was like, my goodness. You know how it is when you cut, man, and you get halfway through it and you turn back and you look at your stripes like,
you got to stop and take a picture before you even
You
get
like,
done
hold
with
on,
it.
yeah,
wait a
man.
minute. Wait a minute.
Polo when
Like,
he
is
went and
this
broke out the
real?
drone. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, "Forget this. I gotta wait for all three batteries to charge up. Like, I gotta wait for all of them to charge up."
But nah, man, Cam, like you was saying, man, y'all have been amazing. Like
Yes.
what is it? It's 5 years now, 6 years running, and y'all have just been there, man. Y'all have been there. Y'all have supported us every little venture we went on. Y'all been there. Y'all was there when we was stupid. I'm talking about dumb stupid too.
Oh
Like when we
yeah.
was just trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. You
Yeah.
know, when we was still trying to figure it out. We was stumbling through it, and y'all stuck with us, man, and brought us to this day to where we were able to finally get to a point where we can give something back to you guys. You know, so it just like thank y'all for that
Yeah.
because we would not still be here today if it wasn't for the unwavering support you guys have given us over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
just want
that's what we wanted to start off with. Out of
to.
everything else that we'll talk about tonight, everything else that you'll see us do over the season, um, just know y'all were the foundation of that. Like y'all
Mm-hmm.
were the foundation of us being able to have the opportunities to be able to do what we do. The
Mm-hmm.
foundation of us being able to have the opportunity for me to be able to bring the seed that we brought to the market, the seed blend last fall, like that, y'all support was for us to be able to get that out there. And then for the simple fact that just in those couple of months of the seeding season and the growing season, we're gonna be able to bring that back again this year because the distributors have already seen the desire and the proof of concept is there. So they like, hey, let's run that back. Like that, let's run that back. The people want it. Um, so again, like we definitely appreciate the support. We appreciate everything that y'all do, the feedback that y'all give us. Um, and if you've got feedback, don't hesitate to let us know. Hey, shoot it to us. Let us know because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're providing something to you all that you're looking for, right? I mean, yeah, we're a community over here, we're a family over here, but we also want to make sure that we're providing value back to you. At the end of the day, that we're giving you solutions to the problems that y'all have, and be able to get the lawn that y'all desire. And y'all be able to walk out there, hey, barefoot like I do. Hey, enjoy it. Have your little one out there barefoot. He already been out there enjoying the grass with a barefoot, no shoes
Outside,
on. Yeah,
outside,
outside.
Momo,
Momo,
Momo.
Momo. Those are, yeah, like those are some of his. That's what he say now. Like I actually got him behind the E-Time Master. When I made my first cut, he was out there and did probably 3 or 4 passes with me, like walking right there in front of me. Like that was one of those moments of, yeah,
Hey, the
yeah,
kids sit on the skag with me now. They sit on the platform. Polo, they sit right down there. They don't try to sit in my lap. They sit on the platform, and then I'll just be whipping around. They be chilling, like yeah, looking back at me like
yeah,
like then
yeah.
I'll crank it up and
All
just
that
hit it
wet.
full speed. They be like they be having a blast, man. And now I got the little dump trailer for it.
Oh
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm gonna get that joint. I'm gonna put the blanket in there, throw them in there. I might ride around the block. Might spin the block with my dad going with my motor. They be riding around in golf carts out
On the
here. I'm gonna
golf
ride around
cart.
with the stack,
Right.
pulling the kids around.
But nah, man, it's all good, man. Like you said, man, it's one of those things that is now having the little one, and having him out in the yard with me. Like he wants to work the blower. Like I was outside blowing stuff off. Like he can work the battery powered Toro blower. Like he know how to make it work. He know how to turn it on and all of that already. And he got his little Husqvarna little weed eater that he running around in the house with, talking about. So yeah, man, it's been all good. Like I said, life has been a little different than what we previously had, but we still want to make sure we're providing the value to you all, and give y'all flowers, give y'all the flowers of, hey, we appreciate y'all support.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's easily rolls us into like kind of like the why we did what we did. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first and foremost, who doesn't want to have their own something, right? I mean, this is America. That's the American dream, right? And for me, it's pretty poetic because y'all know I'm coming up on my retirement. I'm not sure if y'all knew it or not. If you're new in the chat, I have been serving in the military for 19 years. I have an approved retirement date for next year. Right now, I am on the road. They call it retired on active duty,
And he
which
is on
means just
he
like
he
OAD.
is on the road. Hey, he is on the interstate. He on the interstate.
retired on active duty is the term, and that just means they give you time to transition because it's more than just finances and finding a place to live. It's about getting your mental right. Right. I just spent the last 18 years of 19 years of my life being told exactly what to do, where to be, how to be, and then now all that's just going to turn off. So I'm glad that the military supports a smooth transitional process outside into the civilian world. But with that being said, what makes this super special for me, and I'm not sure if y'all know what I did in the military, but explosive ordnance disposal technician. So I take apart bombs. That's what I did. I don't do that anymore. I've been advising generals for the past 2-3 years, but when I was lower enlisted, when I was younger in the service, when I was staff sergeant, staff sergeant E5, that's what I did. E7, put my hands on those devices. And what's so cool for me is that a fertilizer when I was downrange was meant to kill me, and now I'm home and I'm not going back downrange, and we can take this fertilizer thing and help us get after what our country is all about, like that American dream. So for me, that's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope being able to do that. And then the other side of that is I think there was a need, right? You know what I mean? Like when we fumbled through a whole bunch of different products. I don't know if y'all seen Cam last video when he was in his garage, but I gave him some of that stuff like 4 years ago when I was
Yeah.
young, and it is still sitting there, right?
Still sitting
And
there.
but we haven't always been able to access a reliable value, a high quality value, and being able to trust the label on the product as well. We haven't been able to really find that consistently at a fair price. So that's really what started to drive us. And if it wasn't for y'all support, I mean, I don't think we would even try to do this, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
All I gotta say is you better beware of a man that can take apart bombs and put them together. You better be aware. We working with some
Uh,
serious. We working with some serious skills over here. We got people that can engineer things, put bombs together, and I'm just one call away from 3-6 Mafia. So
hey,
You
y'all
ain't
know
joking. We can
Polo was
call the
in mob.
mob now. We can
He's
call the
mob.
mob real quick.
I don't know if y'all seen us in Louisville, but you see how we roll in Louisville. That's not
Mm,
us. That's all Polo.
yeah,
That's all
we
Polo. When we in
we can
Louisville, that's how Polo roll. The mob, we be walking places. They be saying, "Hey, what's up, sir?" That was like, "Sir, sir." Okay, shoot. All right. Hey, I'm pretty sure he was older than you, but okay, all right, sir. All right, yeah, all right, doing
yeah, man. Yeah, so are we gonna keep any more of the suspense? Are we ready to let it out the
let's do it.
bag?
I see.
Let's go ahead and let the cat out the bag. And so y'all have seen like some of the reels that we've dropped. Y'all seen some of the shorts and stuff that we've dropped. Um, we have been discussing and working on this for a long time, and a part of that why that Turf just talked about is us being able to have our own, and also being able to feel a need that we felt that was out there for a quality product with quality ingredients that provided a high value return on the money that you are spending. And with that being said, we are bringing to the market a fertilizer that we have partnered with a company called Renovo. We have partnered with Renovo to manufacture this fertilizer that we are bringing to the market. And that fertilizer that we are bringing to the market is going to be called Phoenix. So you will hear us refer to it as Phoenix. So that is we're in the process of getting everything squared away. When we started releasing the footage and everything, we've been to the manufacturer. Like we've worked with them. We got our first run. We've got that in the process. We're bagging. We're making sure that we're getting all of that together. And we'll I know one of the things everybody's going to want to know is going to be pricing. So that's one of the things that we are still working on. But best believe that it will be very competitive to what you can even buy in the big box store shipped to your door. And for the most part, it would we're the price point that we're looking at is we want it to also be very competitive with anything else that you can press click to and get it to your doorstep. So even though we want to be in that competitive price point, we also want to provide a lot more value than what you're getting in the other fertilizers that are out there on the market. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we brought to the table was going to be some things that you may not see in some of the other fertilizer that's on the market. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the things that we want to go ahead and just show you all, and let some of the information out of the bag. So we'll just go ahead and start with the ingredients right up front.
I call Cap, by the way. I call Cap on Polo, by the way.
What?
What Polo done did over there?
What
I
I
mean, they
do?
said, Polo, what you got in that red cup? He said, good old water. And
I
he
mean,
ain't
it's
talking
some
about
good.
no holy water. So,
Some
like,
good.
nah, I call
Nah, it ain't no holy water. Ain't no holy water now. We
It's
know
about
what
to be
holy water
raining.
is
It's
for.
about to be raining for the next week out there. That dude cup is not filled with water.
He ain't got nothing. He ain't gonna be outside doing nothing.
Y'all stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
He ain't got no reason to be outside
He ain't got no
doing nothing.
job. It's
Yeah.
Friday. ain't
He ain't got ish to do.
got nothing to do.
All
Red
right,
soul
so
up.
anybody can take it as far as what y'all want to talk through what we're looking at from an ingredient standpoint, or I can take it. It don't matter.
Polo got it.
Look at it. Phoenix premium. It's a premium granular fertilizer. Seen somebody in there said something about the turfing already answered something about the Prill size. It's a 120 SGN. It's really
And for
small.
those who don't know what 120 SGN is, because I didn't know. SGN, I can't. It was a standard grade number, I think is what it stands for. But that 120 you see, it just means that every prill is within a tolerance of 1.2 millimeters in diameter. That means
Mm,
it's gonna spread smooth like butter, baby. That's what that means.
just
You know
like
what I mean?
butter.
Smooth
So
like butter. So
smooth
Just
like
Polo.
like
butter.
butter.
So speaking about that, Polo and I have made applications. One of the reasons, I'll be honest, one of the
I
reasons
have
we
two.
was.
I did
Oh,
too.
you got yours down?
Oh, you did?
I got mine
Okay.
down. I got it down.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
right there
sir.
down. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I will go ahead and say I was able to spread a quarter pound like it was
Like
nothing.
nothing.
Like
It
it
was
was
nothing. And
nothing.
actually, in the video that I shoot, you will see that out of the 3 fertilizers I spread it, I mean, the Phoenix was done like that. It
Yeah.
wasn't done like that.
That
I was
that
out
jo-
there with everything else, like,
that I spread a quarter pound with ease. Like
Mm.
no issues at all, no bouncing the spreader, no nothing. Which this is one of the reasons and one of the things that I really value in a fertilizer is the prill size. So when
Yeah.
you're looking at your prill size, that is what allows you to be able to get, if you want to go down with these low rate uh, applications, a smaller
Hmm.
prill size allows you to do that. It's more difficult to spread a larger prill size at those lower rates. Not that you're going to really get a whole lot of difference in your application coverage and response and all of that, but being able to spread at those lower rates with that smaller prill size is just a lot easier when you have that smaller prill size on there. So that's one of the things for me that there's two things that I value in a fertilizer, and this is one of them. And we'll talk about the next one here in a little bit. Um, and I really valued that, and I wanted to make sure we had it in there for this. And Turf and Polo, they was like, "Dad, you wanted to be that small?" Turf loves a small SGN too, but when you look at a lot of the more premium fertilizers, they're not a 240 to anything Priel, but we were able to bring this to the market at a reasonable price point that you're not paying greens grade price for
Hmm.
something. I'm not gonna say this is a greens grade size Priel, but it ain't far from it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
You wouldn't
that.
have any issues using this on your greens if you had
Yeah.
one. I promise.
Nah.
Yeah, you'll be all
Nah.
right.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Unless you're cutting at 2 millimeters, and that's what makes that 120 SGN so
Yeah.
great because that's less than the 2 millimeter standard height of cut that you find on greens. So it's not by definition greens grade, but can definitely be used
Yep.
on a
And
green.
then again, with that smaller prill size, when you all are talking about when you're making your applications, whenever you're making them, May, June, July, you only want to be going down with so much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
don't want to be
Yep.
going down with a whole lot. And with this fertilizer right here, there is no getting away with it. You can actually do it. You can go
Mm-hmm.
down with a really light spoon fed type of amount, and you can most definitely still continue to dominate because that's what you're trying to do anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey man,
Yeah.
I love how y'all reading the labels and y'all picking out stuff. I love what I'm seeing
Right.
over there
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the chat. What is
And
everybody
and
like?
checking
Oh,
out that
this.
biochar. Biochar is probably biochar is a good example to kind of camp out on for a minute. When you read our label, know that it is true, right? There are companies out there, whether it's malicious or just for marketing reasons, what they're selling you isn't. They're selling you snake oil. It's snake oil. They're someone asked us, when we were out, just moving as a group, what makes us special outside of any other YouTuber out there and what we do. Because this person, they didn't know anything about our world, and he said, well, we present ourselves as a asset to the community. Meaning, when you come to our channel, the first thing that we're trying to do is teach or show you something. It's not sell you anything. And if we're actually going to put something in front of you to sell you, we've taken our time with that product. We made sure that we stand behind that product and we're just not jumping on the hot new thing you see this year. I'm sure there's going to be tons of new products that jump out there this year. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to be ruined, don't buy Phoenix. Just don't get it because it's,
Yeah,
it's most
because you
likely
ain't.
going to ruin you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to ruin you. So if you like having options and fiddling around and playing with different products, you probably don't want to buy our product because once you spread it, you're going to look at the stuff in your garage and be like, well, what do I do with all this stuff?
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
I stand
yeah.
behind that
Give it to your neighbor.
confidently. Um,
Just give it to
because
your
my
neighbors.
shelves are, yeah, my shelves are pretty empty right now outside of the necessities. So just, keep those things in mind. Um, yeah, I saw another question in there. Evan, good point. Do we want to go ahead and talk about what Evan is addressing?
uh,
Because
how
we
can
went back
you?
and forth on it. We went back and forth on it, and for that very reason, Evan, that's why we will be offering pre-sales, right? Because the people that are here and they're supporting us right now here in this chat, we want you guys to be able to have first dibs on that. And the only way we can control that and know that, you're going to have your bags marked to the side, because we didn't do a huge run. This is like a litmus test, kind of like what
Mm-hmm.
Cam did last year with Elm Street. So, you need to get in and get it, because once it's gone, we can't guarantee another run this season. Just because our volume isn't at the point where we have priority in our research and development team's lab. So you got to bear with us on that. But that is a way that you can secure your product, have it waiting. You ain't got to worry about it like a Jordan drop. You know it's coming to you. You
Yep.
ain't got to get no raffle
You ain't
ticket.
got
All
to
you
get
got to do
no
is push.
raffle.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I heard a question earlier. I saw a question earlier asking about the nitrogen sources, and you can see what
Yeah.
we've done here. We try to
And
do
that's
something a
one
little
of the,
unique,
yeah.
where we give you three different nitrogen sources, and that nitrate nitrogen source, that 3%, it doesn't look like a lot, but
Because
that
you
three
don't need a
percent
lot.
we're not going to need a lot, and we're still running trials right now, which is why we haven't put everything in stone. But based off what the research shows, that should give you a quicker green up than most of your fertilizers out there. So that's going to give you that quick, readily available. It doesn't have to be converted by any type of microbiology activity,
Nope.
microorganism activity. It is ready to go as soon as the water in is activated. It is readily available to your plant. There is no slow release feature
Mm-hmm.
to this, but this is still going to give you a strong 40-day feed, possibly longer depending on how you do it. So um, that's just a couple,
Let me
I guess,
chime
a
in
few
really let
questions.
me chime in really quick before you continue
Mhm.
on the trial that I'm running. And of course I don't have any pictures or anything like that or whatever, but I've already seen the response.
You
Yeah.
already
I've
saw us
already
respond.
You already seeing
already
it.
seen the response.
Dang.
So that's,
Already.
yeah.
Now this is quick. This is going to give you a quick pop, but it's going to stay around and feed for a
Yeah.
while.
So that
So
Mhm.
that's the reason for the multiple nitrogen sources that are there. So
mhm.
your nitrate that you're seeing in there, that's what's going to give you that initial real quick response.
And you're
The
saying
other,
48 hours is what you're seeing right now, Polo? Because you've been
Oh
out
yeah,
for,
yeah. I did that.
this is
Yeah,
the second day or third
couple
day?
days ago.
I think this is
I'm
your
gonna check
third day.
myself.
This is day 3 from when you first applied. So he's seeing results within 3 days, which is what we
yeah,
wanted. We wanted to be able to see visual responses
yeah.
within 3 days.
And
So
the difference also with that nitrate is with it being readily available to the plant and not needing conversion, when we're in these cooler temperatures, like right now
mm,
where we're fluctuating back and forth, the nights are still cool, um, cool to cold, depending on where you're at,
right.
where you're at. Um, that nitrate is gonna be more readily available and easier to take up into the plant than any of the other two, than any other nitrogen source, really, especially comparing to the AMS and the urea. Having that nitrate in there was one of the another one of the main things that we wanted to make sure, because we are dealing with cool season grass, right? I mean, so we're gonna need to make sure that we have a nitrogen source that can handle and be able to perform in these cooler temperatures. Temperature fluxes when we're kind of early spring or late fall, and we need
Mhm.
to be able to make sure that we're addressing that to the plant. Um, and then y'all know how much we talk about AMS. So we wanted to make sure we had a good shot of AMS that's going to be in there, which is also bringing along a lot of that sulfur. Appreciate you, Portia. I see you popped
Yeah,
up in there. I
man,
appreciate you, Portia.
that's
Um,
love.
appreciate you. She's been in our corner for a long
Hey,
time,
long,
a long time.
long. I think it's going
Um,
on 3 years. She done been around, man.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah. So
They're like, they need the answer right now. They want the link, Cam. They said, stop talking. Where can I buy it? Hush your
oh
mouth.
yeah,
2 days.
it.
2 days.
Oh, you on 2 days
Two
now?
days? Oh, it was
Two
2 days you
days.
saw a response?
I mean,
Dang.
I did that on April 1st. 2 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 days, and I'm
Wow.
already seeing a response. Now, I want you. Now, I'm sorry to interrupting you,
No,
Cam.
go ahead. No, you good.
Because everyone's been teased. Now, just getting ready to get to the point where people want to see.
Mm.
Y'all tune in, okay? Y'all already tuned in. Y'all locked in. Y'all going to be wanting to know a whole bunch of information. We're going to be rolling it out to you as we get these things going. But y'all stay tuned in because that's what you're going to start seeing now. You're going to start seeing a lot of results
Results.
because that's
That
what
Yeah.
you want, right?
that's all I'm
That's
using.
yeah.
I'm gonna just put it out there. Like if
Yeah.
y'all look at my yard this year, that's all I'm using. Like there's I'm not using anything else. I am
Mm.
going. That's what a that's what I'm going with. And
Right.
and that way we can judge and see how the feed is. We can also see how it performs during different times of the year, what the flushes of growth and things looks like. And already one of the benefits is y'all know I like to go with smaller application rates just more frequently to keep the lawn growing more consistent. So I've already
Yes.
checked one box. Can I get a
Mm-hmm.
quarter pound? Can I get a quarter pound down and not have any issues with spreading it? So I already checked that box. If I can control and get a quarter pound down, I can spoon feed at that point.
Yeah.
My next application will probably be I'll probably give it a half and give it a half pound, and this spring that'll probably put me at 3/4 of a pound for the spring, and then getting ready to go into the summer, I'll probably hit it with another quarter. So by summertime, I'll have a
A
pound
pound.
down around the summertime, and then y'all know how I do in the fall. I'll probably drop a pound and 3/4 to 2 pounds in the fall, and there goes my 3 pounds for the season. Done. Just like that.
Just like that. So what was I? But Jay, you was in my head, Jay, because I was like, why didn't we say the most important? One of the most well, another. We had so many important things that we must have
Right.
in the fertilizer,
Mhm.
but we were bougie with it. For real, the R&D team was like, look, man, come on. But yes, they're all homogenous. Of course, it's homogenous.
Oh,
Like, what you think it was? Like, why
oh,
would? Yeah,
yeah,
boom, there it is.
yeah,
There it is.
There it
You see
is.
it?
There it
Look
is.
at
yeah.
it.
So,
Now.
go ahead.
I was gonna say now we told you all the good. There's one bad thing. I can't really say bad. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
something that you need to be prepared for, right?
yeah.
Outside of ruining yourself, right? Because that's gonna happen. I just need you to be prepared for that. But it's kind of hard to see. But if you pay attention, you'll see the leaves kicking in your grass.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get comfortable with it. But it spreads really. You just gotta trust the process. Dial that thing in and let it fly. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but we
Mm-hmm.
felt like people would appreciate the high quality biochar. And it seems like in the comments,
Yes, people are.
that was a good
We
move
made a
to
right.
make.
We made the right. This
We
we
made the right
made the
decision because it was like make
right.
it super visible or put the biochar in there. And like, well, people really like their biochar, and we don't have an issue with it either when it's done properly and
Yep.
is as advertised. So, we went to one of the best in the game. I don't know anyone better when it comes to char game. So, Renovo, they're the king of that, and yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
So
it's going to be a little hard to see when you're spreading it, but you'll get used to that really quick. You'll
yeah.
learn where you're
If
supposed
if
to set
you
it, and you'll let it swing. We're going to give you all the settings before you can even get it to your door. I'm gonna tell you,
I can already say if you got a spiker spreader and you're trying to go down with a quarter pound, setting number 3. Hey
that
Polo,
it is
I validated that one. I went with
right.
spreader said, hey man, and it was a quarter. When I say it was within 0.05 pounds of being exactly a quarter pound.
Yeah,
You can't get no more. You can't get any more accurate than that. Like
I'm
you
going to guess that on the Scots it's probably going to be between a 3 and a 5 as well.
okay. I got the
I'm
mini,
going to
so
guess.
we gonna run some
Well, we will.
trials for y'all, and we're gonna
Yeah.
try and figure out some settings and stuff to be able to get out. I got the Scott's mini. I think Polo's got one too.
hmm
So I'm gonna do some testings on my Parkway and everything, and try to find out what those settings are, and we'll try to provide some of that information to you all also.
No,
And I
my
want
We
to
might
say
not
limitations
be
are
too,
like this.
might not be able to hit every spreader now. We might not be able to get all of them, but we're gonna try
We
to
just
get
can.
as many of them as we can.
Yeah.
yeah, if you all have and I see that JD said something about it too. If a lot of you all, I guess maybe years ago, have spread malorganite before.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had no problem seeing that.
Oh
You
yeah,
ain't gonna have no problem seeing this.
yeah,
That's true.
Let's
And
let's let's just keep it. This
this is
is
what
way,
Morgan I wish it was.
yeah, it's way better than that. I mean, you talking. It's been 2 days.
hmm
I just put it down on April the 1st.
What's
It's
your temper
been
and what's your temperatures
days.
been like? What's your temperatures been like, Polo?
When I put it down that day, we were that's no, the rain wasn't coming yet, but I think we were like in the 60s or the 70s. Um it's been raining. It started raining last night. It's been raining today. Really no sun at all. So it probably got maybe like a day of some sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody grabbing no water hose right now or watering anything, right? So that right there is just giving you all some confidence that I just put that down and I'm already starting to see
These
something
soil temps.
immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
average soil temps are 62 degrees in Louisville the last 5 days. Just to give y'all just a little another
Yeah.
data point to kind of work with. He's getting a 2 day response with soil temps at 62 degrees. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Milorganite has a very low percentage of N. Milorganite also has to go through a conversion process. Ours doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to do that.
Yep.
So yeah. It said, is the sulfur intentional?
Yes.
Typically just spray urea. Yes, the sulfur is intentional.
Yes.
You know why the sulfur is intentional? There was this one time while I was in Germany and I couldn't figure out why my color was off. I was like, dude, something's wrong with this grass. I can't figure it out. Cam was like, hit it with some sulfur. And I did. And that thing got like dark green. So the sulfur was intentional. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And then too, like I think that's also one of the things, and you can even see it in the research that's out there is sulfur now is actually starting to pop up sometimes as deficiencies in the soil, because now I mean we've cleaned up a lot of the pollutions and acid rains and a lot of that stuff that used to really deposit a lot of the sulfur and stuff into the soil. So people are seeing that as a deficiency within like growing plants and things like not just turf, but in growing plants as a whole. So yeah, sulfur is actually one of the macronutrients. It is not. A lot of people don't know that sulfur is a macronutrient, but sulfur is actually a macronutrient
mhm,
and not a micronutrient. So
correct.
with that information, knowing that it is nearly equally as important as your NPK, we also wanted to make sure that we had some of that in the bag.
Mhm. And
Mhm.
actually in a readily usable form as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Because again, these labels, man, it is a when you remove the scales off your eyes and see what some of these companies are doing, it's pretty. It's like just give the people a quality product, man. I don't understand. Like I don't understand. And I mean, it's not easy, but it's possible. So it's just I don't know if it's greed or ignorance. I don't know, but here we are.
Yeah. So I mean, and I would also say, um, we get asked the questions a lot. Well, what fertilizer do we use? What fertilizer do we use? What seed do we use? What seed do we use? So again, as we open this up and we said it at the very beginning, we've always strived to provide solutions to the problems that are brought to us. So if you look at what we have brought over the past 6 months, really is all it's really been. We've brought two quality products to answer two of those major and most frequently asked questions that we get. What seed do we use and what fertilizer do we use? Not that we're trying to sell you something, but if you ask the question of what we're using, this is it. Like this is it. Like the seed that we brought to the market is a seed that I've been using for over 4 years. Like I've been using that seed for over 4 years, and people have, what seed do you use? What seed do you use? And at the time, I was just saying Top Choice because that was the easiest thing that people could get from Mountain View Seed. And then I was like, well, like then I started blending in the KBG to go along with it. So here, like people, we're not trying to gatekeep. We're not trying to hold back any secrets or anything that we're not trying to tell y'all here. Like this is it. You can get and have access to the same things that we're using and the same things that we're showing
you. Yeah. 100%.
So when you ask us what fertilizer are we using, we gonna tell you Phoenix.
That's what it is. It's Phoenix.
Yep.
Phoenix.
That's it.
See that K percentage. Mr. Shaddix can come and speak to us. We're friends with him.
Yeah.
He'll be okay.
Yeah.
He'll look at it. Matter of fact, we might send Mr. Shaddix a bag. We're going to send him the label himself to review on his channel one day. How about that?
And that's exactly what exactly what I want to do.
Right, as well. Right. And I bet Dr. Shaddix isn't going to have any issues with that label. I guarantee he's good friends. He's good friends of the We Workin team. So we learned a lot from him. We sent you to him. We didn't gatekeep. We said, hey, I think I had him on my channel, right? That's where we brought him on out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, right, though, so if you look at the K percentage that we have in there and you look at the nitrogen percentage that we've got in there, you're almost looking at about what the research, not even just Dr. Shaddix, the research shows that you, based on the N percentage that you're putting down, you need about half of that in K. Like that's the plant composition. Like that's what the plant can take up. So
I think his beef with I think his beef with K is more so what people claim K does.
Yeah.
It's
the excess of K. Like when and the excess of K. Like cuz if we're talking you don't want to go get a soil test, right? You don't want to go get a soil test. That's not your thing. That's not your forte. All right. Well, if you're not going to go in only, then the next best thing, you really shouldn't be putting anything down with a phosphorus in it. And if you just want to pick anything up based off of the research and plant composition, it's 2-to-1 is all you need. Like 2-to-1 is all you need. TZ guy, send it to him.
That way I ain't gotta call him. That way I don't have to call him.
We ain't gotta reach out to him. But no, I mean we've learned a lot from Dr. Shaddix, and like I've spoken with him personally. I think he's doing a great service to the lawn community. I think he's doing an amazing service. And again, we're not immune to criticism. Like we're not immune to it. Like we're open to it. That's one of the things that you open yourselves up to when you come on a social media platform, is you open yourselves up to that. And we're not immune to it. I mean, we get it, and we understand and what position it puts us in, which is why we let the data drive the decisions that we make, and we can point back to the research. Yeah, we got a 2-to-1. We got a 2-to-1 FERT in there in the K. Yeah. That's what the data says. Like that's what the data told us to do. We're actually a little
Yeah,
bit under 2 to 1.
yeah, but we close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That Phoenix
Yeah,
is that's all you're gonna need. That's I spread it. I spread it 16-4-8 today. The urea 3 triple O. I mean 30-30-00, and I guess it is 3 triple O. I could not find ammonium sulfate in Florence, South Carolina. I know you was talking about, look, why you at Home Depot, but I was like, look, it was my last alley oop. I went to 3 different places that I just knew was going to happen because they were like ag stores. But if I would have drove on the other side of town to go to Agri Supply, I'm sure they had it. But that was just like literally on the other side of town, and at that point, I was time crunched. But I wanted to put it next to urea, ammonium sulfate, and our product. But I think 16-4-8 probably worked out as a good little choice because when I opened it up, it was what you typically see in our marketplace, which is not homogeneous prills. It got fruity pebble colors running through there. And I was like, actually, you know what? I think this is all right. Because it gave a good point where I could show the difference between our prill size. And then the urea had a prill in there that was like, bro, I've never seen a prill that big. I think it was a good like 8 millimeters in diameter, dude. It was like huge. I was like, yeah, you ain't gonna find this in Phoenix.
Nah, not at all.
and for the people that don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people on here do know, especially the ones that are commenting. The people that are watching that don't know, when we're talking about a homogenized prill, what he was just basically saying is what you would normally see sometimes whenever you go to the big box stores or you order different fertilizers online and you open up that bag and those prills are different colors. So let's just say, for example, the white prills are nitrogen, the blue pills are phosphorus, and then the black pills are potassium. And when you spreading them things all over your lawn, those things are going to be going here, there, here, and there. So you're going to have nitrogen here, potassium here, phosphorus here. They may not all be in the same space. Well, with this homogenized prill that we have, it's basically all of those things. Even though we don't have phosphorus in this, it's all of those things crushed into one. So every last one of those prills is going to have everything that's in that bag. None of these things are separated at all. So that's what makes it so special and so wonderful, is because wherever you're spreading it, wherever you're
You
putting
getting
it,
all the
you're
you
going
getting all the
to get everything.
nutrient.
You're
You
getting
get all
all of
the
the new,
nutrient.
you're getting everything.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it. That's the difference between a homogenized prill versus some of the other prills that you may see on the market today.
And
Yeah.
and to me, in development of a fertilizer, that's the second thing that I wanted to make sure was we had a homogenized prill and the prill size. Number three was making sure we had a nitrogen source that was going to be readily available, which was the nitrate that we've got in there.
Hmm.
So to me, where we're at with this fertilizer right now checks almost all of my boxes, because y'all know I'm picky. The only thing that I don't have is the ability to dissolve it and spray it. That
Yeah.
was the
And he
that's
gave that up for y'all. He gave that up for
I
y'all. Cam did not want he did not want the biochar. I'm
I did
telling you,
not want
he did not want the biochar. He didn't even want the iron. And I was like,
I
look,
ain't even
Cam,
want the
you
iron
gotta
in it
like
either.
some people are gonna want the
Right.
iron and be like, why didn't y'all put iron in there? And we're like, well, we already know what the data showed with Shaddix, and it's like, well, let's just put the best quality iron that we can put in there for the best value and price. That way, the people, we're not wasting money, we're not putting unnecessary products in there, but we're giving them a quality product. And that's
Yeah.
when we finally got Cam to. I was like, but the people want it, Cam, and he was like, all right, I'll do it. So me and Polo, we had to push back and forth because Cam was not having it. So
Yeah.
if you, but we promised him on the next line up when the next first we come up with, we'll let him
It
have
would
it his way. So
it would
if you're looking for a very basic, flat line, cheap, high quality fertilizer, that's coming next too. It ain't gonna be nothing but N. Nope. We might even just say what no fluff, just fert, something like that. I don't know,
yeah.
but no fillers, just fluff, something like
Just
no, just
in,
for
straight in.
just
No
straight
filler,
in,
straight in.
Yeah.
right? Straight, you know, yeah,
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 and that was one of the
you want
things.
yeah.
Go
This is
ahead.
what the big pots were making exactly. We was making
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
big
And I was
big
gonna say, you want to know what it smells like? It smells like success.
pots.
But I'm Hey man,
It smells.
I need the button. Where's the I need the sound effect. Bop, bop, bop.
This dude, this dude is
There
ridiculous.
you
I
go.
need
He woke up and chose violence. My goodness,
violence.
straight no chaser, right? Like my gosh, dude.
He chose violence.
You don't need a bodyguard.
But that is Turf is 100% right on that one. Like I did not want I didn't want I ain't gonna say I didn't want. I wasn't an advocate for having the biochar in there. Like that if we wanted a fertilizer that checked all of my boxes, it would have been having one to be able to dissolve and spray it. So yes, I gave that up, and I know y'all have heard me talk about it. I gave that up for making sure that we agreed upon the biochar, and it seems that now y'all know the background story of why we said it looks like we made the right decision to be able to put the biochar in there, because just based on the people that are in the chat, everyone's like, oh, look at the biochar. Like everybody noticed the biochar and they were happy that it's in there. So y'all were right. We
Yeah,
made the
and it's
we
quality. It's quality
Yeah,
biochar. It's
yeah,
actually really biochar. It's
yeah,
not some fake nonsense. So yeah,
yeah,
there's that.
yeah,
What's
That's
in
the other
there is
thing
what's
too
in
that we kind of breezed over is like, why would you buy our fur outside of the label? We hope that you would buy the fur because you trust us. I think we've earned your trust over the past 6 years. Um, so yeah, that's it. We gave you a quality product. We've earned your trust over the time, and here it is. It's like
yeah,
here it is. If you want to get it, if you want to ruin yourself, get it. If not,
yeah,
then don't get it. Yeah,
yeah,
we're going back to the label.
yeah. And just to kind of point out, just looking at where we are from a application standpoint, um, recommending three quarter pound for your applications. That's the good thing about that is basically simple math. You're looking at a pound per thousand. You're looking at a pound per quarter pound of N that you're trying to put down. Real simple math, which is one of those good and easy things to do. If you want to go less than that, you want to go half pound, 2 pounds per thousand. You want to go a quarter pound, it's a pound per thousand. And yes, being that we've got the SGN that we have, you can be able to spread that. So these are all things that we took into consideration as we were coming up with the analysis and development of this fertilizer, just to help you out when you're ready to make the decision to ruin yourself with this fertilizer.
Yeah, and I see. So yeah, one of the reasons why we did allow that biochar to be in there, though, it also helped. It helps with the benefits of slowing down that fast release fertilizer. So I see. What did he say? Biochar is not
Not
soluble.
soluble. Yeah.
So that's what it's working with, and then of course it's helping with your cation exchange capacity if you got a super sandy loamy profile that you're working with. So where people get it wrong with the biochar is that they're not doing it right. Like most people, I didn't know this, but most people aren't even putting it to the right temperatures and going through the right process. And really, it's not what you think it is. It's not what you are expecting it to be, and it's not doing what you needed to do. So where do we buy this? Gosh, I'm like, where is it at? Like, we don't have it hung yet. It will be. It will be online. We're gonna tell you where it's gonna be at a later time. Just bear with us because we need to finish. It should be up and available. You'll see us again, but it
Mm-hmm.
should be ready for pre-order. What is by mid May? at the latest. Probably sooner than that,
Yeah,
but at the
probably
latest, mid
sooner.
May.
Yeah.
Probably sooner, but it'll be up for pre-order. You'll see us. We'll come back live, and when it's live, we will drop the link during the live, so you can go and you can put your pre-orders in and lock that in. And you should be able to get. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cam. You'll be able to place your order for the fur and the seed at this location. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you'll be able to find both of those products at this one single point location. We don't have a link to give to you tonight because we're still in trial phase. But we wanted to let you know because we know a lot of y'all getting ready to buy fur, stack stuff up and whatnot, and just kind of give you the heads up. Hey, this is something that's
Yep.
going to be readily available.
So
And
you ain't got to go buy all the fert for your whole season and next season. You might
he
just need
said,
to
"Can
get
we wait that long?"
you might
I hope so, Rody. That's what I was just telling them today. See, put the
Just
pressure
watch the
on them.
result.
See, Cam,
Watch the
Cam
results.
is the one pulling the strings. So just let you know you're waiting because it's Cam's fault. It's Cam's fault. It's
yeah.
Cam's fault. It's Cam's fault. I can't.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
Elm seed. Yeah, elite. Oh, Raleigh, he's like Elm seed. You don't know
Tur-
the elite
Tur- Turf threw me all the way under the bus on that one,
underneath the
boy.
bus.
All the way under the bus on that.
But people need somebody to hate, and I don't want it to be me.
Hey man, I got tough skin. I got it. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I know
I'm
you
good.
got it.
Rhoda, if
Um,
you don't know about that elm seed, then man, you need to watch some videos.
Yeah,
You
where
need
you
to
been,
watch some
bro?
videos.
That Elm
You need to
seed.
watch
That's
some videos.
That's a fair price. We might even be able to get it at an even fair price this year. We'll see. For that elm, had a lot of great results from it, and Polo is now reporting. You heard it live here. 48 hours. He's seeing results from Phoenix.
yep.
48 hours.
And
You're seeing results.
and that was on the lawn with the Elm Street Elite in it, right?
No, no,
Nope.
that was
Oh,
not on that. That
okay.
was not on that. That I'm saving that one.
Brody said we
Oh.
already knew. Damn.
I'm saving that one. I'm saving that one. You all are going to see y'all going to see a lot of before and afters. Just know
Yeah,
that you're
come
going.
over to Instagram if you're not already over there because you're gonna get it before we come to YouTube. If you hang with us on IG, you're always gonna get the plug
Yeah.
before you get it over
It's
here on YouTube.
and it's just so much easier. Like a lot of
Yeah,
times over on IG, you might just catch us hopping out the truck and it's like, dang, like I see XYZ, and or we might be in the store somewhere and it was like, oh, I found XYZ. Like, so if you really want like the day to day and the real live responses and what's going on, like yeah, that's why we come over to
oh,
IG and we'll hit that.
yes.
Yes,
My bad.
yes, Roller. Yes,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yes,
yeah. You'll be
yeah,
able to get them both at the same site, and who knows? Maybe in a year you'll be able to get a mower there too. I don't know.
yeah,
Dream big, right?
yeah. We gotta go big. We gotta go big.
You gotta dream
That's the next best thing, right?
big.
We got the seed for you to plant the grass. Now we can feed the grass, and the next thing you got to do is cut the grass,
Yeah,
right?
You
yeah.
got to cut it.
Who
You
knows?
got to
You
cut
got you got to cut.
Monday through Sunday, we working. Just
We
know that.
working. We working. So, yeah, Rolly. Yeah, we're planning, and that's one of the pieces of why we haven't got that fully together yet is because we're trying to have a central location to where you can one click buy and one click have everything that you need from seed to fert and be right there.
So TZ about that. Check this out. You ain't got to worry about this because this is an American product. The byproducts that it all came from America. The nitrogen sources came from the number one. What was it? The number one company that goes around and recaptures sulfur or something like that. I asked a whole bunch of questions because when they told me it was American source completely, because I was worried about the same thing. I was like, yo, are our prices going to change for our source material? Where's our source material coming from? America. So made in
right here.
America by Americans and people that support you. Now, hey, there it is. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about no
America.
tariff. It's
We
Murph.
safe. Safe. We
Murph.
safe.
We say the price is the price. The price is gonna be the price. So yeah, we'll be back though. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Rhodey is
Rolling is rolling.
is
Rolling is
funny.
rolling. But then tell us we gotta wait. Well, see,
we
but you would have been mad at us if we didn't say anything and then just came out and dropped it on you in a month. You'd have been like, "Why you ain't say nothing a month ago? I could have waited." That's what you would have said.
Or I
Don't
wouldn't have went and bought all the fert that I went and bought for the whole
There
season.
you go.
I just would have
right.
got
I would
an
have bought just
application. I just would have got an
right. I just
application's
bought
worth.
yeah, right. Yeah, you just bought a little bit and then left room to fill the rest of the
Yeah.
the Phoenix. Yeah.
So
So that's why we're
so
here.
so Rolly, we learned that from our release last fall. Like we learned that everybody was like, "Damn, kid, I wish you had said something. Like I wish I had known. I wish I had known. I wouldn't have bought XYZ. I wouldn't have bought all of this. I would have bought that." So we learned from that and we incorporated that into this, which is why we're here as early as we can to let everybody know, hey, this is coming. This is going to be there. It is going to be available. Like I said, we're spreading it. We've got it in our hands to see it, smell it, touch it, and see the results of it on the lawn.
Yeah. And to be completely honest with you, we could let it fly tonight. But here's the thing, that's not how we do things, right? We want to make sure that we maintain all of that work that we did to earn your trust. We don't want to lose that for fumbling, pushing through a release prematurely, right? So we're willing to take the chance of upsetting you a little bit to make you wait a little bit longer, just so we can make sure. Like we said, we use nothing but data when we put it together. We just use data and science and our experience, and we put together the blend. And then based off that, we're like, this is how it should perform. Polo has already confirmed tonight that one of those properties is confirmed. Well, 3 of those properties are confirmed. How we spreaded it, we all felt that. Yeah. So a lot of the things are confirmed. Now we still need to see what it does over time. Is it behaving the way that we thought it would? So you gotta give us a little time. To be quite honest, if Cam had it his way, y'all wouldn't get this until next year.
If I had it my way, yes,
You wouldn't even get this till next year.
Yes,
So,
you are 100% right. Yes, yes,
we didn't get it till next year. But then see, I know Cam. I've known him for a little while, so I was like, but look, Cam, the data, the science. We've done all the homework. What's the problem? So it was like trying to get permission. But that's what makes us so great as a team, that we all balance each other off and keep everyone in a line. So
checks and balances.
Yeah. Well, the price does matter. It matters to us. We're not putting no freaking $80 bag fur out there. That's not okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna
no
be doing
bueno.
that. You're not gonna be spending no $80. That's kill off.
Possibly, Branch. Right now we're looking at 40-pound bags. The first run is probably only going to be 40-pound bags. If for some reason we do the pre-launch and you guys buy up the whole daggone run, then we'll turn around and we'll probably give you 2 runs. If we can give you another run, we'll probably give you 2 different sizes. But we don't know because, like I said, our volume that we're getting, it's a drop in the bucket to compare to what these people are doing. This is the litmus test. So, yeah.
So again, like this is, as Turf said, like this is the litmus test for us. We gotta be able to prove proof of concept. This ain't free. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. Like I'm gonna just be. I'm gonna just.
Nobody money.
I'm gonna just be 100 with you. Like this ain't free. Like so, we believe in the product that we've developed, that we would go put our money behind it to be able to bring it to market. Like so. We're not in it to be able to like, hey, we need to go make $1 million off of this. We want to provide a quality product with a reasonable price for the consumer. At the end of the day, like we want the quality products, we want the quality ingredients, and we want to provide the results for a reasonable price. And
Yep.
at the end of the day, that's what we had in mind from the very beginning. So we were willing to go put our skin in the game to be able to bring this to the market. So for us to be able to continue and make that next run and make that larger run to where you can have it on the shelf and you can go click the button and buy it whenever you want to, we gotta we got to make sure we're in the right ballpark. We got to make sure we're providing you all with what you're looking for, to the point that it was like, hey, do we need to go make some adjustments, or do we need to do something a little different, to make sure that we're providing the value and the quality that you're looking for, that you want to continue to go buy it.
Yeah.
And I want
100%.
to say really quick too. Once everything is lined up in mid May, whenever we do the pre sales, just like I always tell the fellas, y'all prepare for traffic.
Prepare for
Don't
Prepare
prepare for
for traffic.
traffic. Do not sit
Oh
up there
yeah,
and be like, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow.
yeah.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
That's what happened with people waiting on that Elm Street. That joint was
Oh yeah,
gone.
yeah. It was,
Gone,
yeah.
Gone.
It was.
gone.
I'm gonna tell y'all the behind the scenes of what happened. I got a phone call after it dropped. They called me. The distributor called me and was like, "Cam, you ain't tell us all of this. Like we were
We were not prepared.
we were not prepared, like, at all. It was gone. Like, boom, boom. Every time they made a batch, they was making a batch like every 2 to 3 days, and they literally called me and was like, "Cam," I was like, "I tried to tell y'all. Like, I don't. I guess you didn't believe me. You didn't believe the track record of the fact that I had been selling Top Choice for the past 3 years. Everybody was coming to buy it, and they were telling you that I had told them about it." I was like, I don't know why you didn't believe it, but
Mhm.
we appreciate it. Like, we appreciate it, and this is one of the reasons of why we do things the way that we do, and bring the quality and value in the product. Like, you got to let the product speak for itself.
Oh man, come on, man.
Bro, you got us feeling bad. Rody,
Yeah.
email me, man. Rody,
I've been talking.
you
He
got
just
him.
let me know earlier who he was
Okay,
on IG. I've been
okay,
talking to him.
okay, okay. All right. What up, T? What up,
Yeah.
Terrence?
Hey,
um,
99.
if y'all
I'm
don't know about that Elm Street too, not only does Cam have footage and things on his YouTube, I also have a couple of videos too
oh
where
yeah,
I basically took my backyard and got rid of it, applied some holy water on it, and started from scratch. And even though I had already used some of those, some different seed cultivars, even though they was from Mountain View Seed, on another one of my customers' lawns, this Elm Street it's different. It's different. It's just like this fertilizer, you all. I'm telling you something. It's different. It's different, man. I
Mhm.
mean, if
yeah,
And
you
if you combine the two,
oh Lord, I'm telling you, it's different. It's different. And let me say this, because they make, Cam and Turf, they'll make little jokes talking about my little hay field. I love my hay field, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love my grass tall. I'm one of them people that love that grass. I love my grass tall, and I know it's a couple of you all out there like that too. You like to cut your grass tall, but this Elm Street, this Elm Street. Let me tell you something. I'm 3.5, 4 inches with my cuts. Okay, this Elm Street, I'm at 1.75, and
Hmm.
this thing is money. It's
It's like a
money.
carpet.
And let me
It's like a carpet.
it's it and I tell you this, it almost scared me to death, because I'm sitting up
hey,
there
throw
like,
that
yeah,
label back up. Throw that label back up for super real quick. You know.
I'm
I
I'm
wanted to address. I wanted to address Super. I was gonna let Polo
Okay.
finish.
All right.
I'm a.
All right.
Hey, cause he been rolling with us. He been
He
rolling with
been
us.
rolling with
Super.
us. It's
yeah.
really it's worth running it
Super.
back for
I
our man
got you.
Super.
I got you.
Super
I'm gonna
been around
recap.
since day one.
I'm gonna
Right.
recap you, Super. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna let Polo finish. I got you.
My
Yeah, I
bad,
was
Polo.
just saying I'm used to cutting it at 3.5, 4 inches. And of course when I got this Elm Street, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep the same thing. And then, Cam was in my ear. He was like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
you wanna, and then here come turf. Hey man, you made so I start cutting it lower and lower and lower. And I was like, man, I don't but then it turned me into, not saying that I wasn't a believer, but it definitely had me like locked in. It had me
It,
Mm-hmm.
locked in.
it's
I'm
a
at
different.
1.75. My
It's a
mower is low.
it's a difference when you see it and feel it. Like
Exactly.
when you see it in person, when you see it in
Hmm.
person and you feel it in person, the it's different when you're looking than when you're looking at a picture. Like
Mm-hmm.
because when you walk on it at those lower heights of cut, it just feels like a carpet. Like it just
Mm-hmm.
feels like a carpet underneath it.
Hmm.
And then
Follow me on.
you just gotta find that median, and that's where I was at. The point, the inch and a quarter, I liked it. I almost loved it. But from a management standpoint, I think it just was a little, it wasn't that I had to do extra stuff to it. It was just that my time of response of if anything was happening, I had to be on top of it. I had to be on top of it. I had to watch it. It was like I had to physically like just watch it and pay attention to it more. I didn't have as much room for error or hey, I'm just not gonna pay attention to the yard for 3 4 days and everything's gonna be all right. Can't quite do that. So just bumping it up just a little extra half inch, 3/4 of an inch makes a big difference. And then too, like your stripeability,
Oh yeah.
your stripeability and color tends to come in as a factor
Oh
also.
yeah.
But that's kind of like man, I've been getting great feedback and everything from like everybody that has put down the Elm Street again. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. And I'm just happy to see that people are getting the results and the experience that I've had of using this seed and being able to bring it to the market. And everybody's like, yo, Cam, this just ain't nothing but the truth. And if y'all planted it last season,
Oh, just
oh,
wait.
just wait. Oh, you ain't even seen
Scratch the
it.
surface.
Ain't even polos as good as it looks right now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't popped yet. It has not. It has not popped yet. Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not at
Mm.
all. So for Super, y'all got anything? I'm gonna recap it for Super.
Nah,
Anybody
that's
got
it.
anything?
We can recap for Super, and I'm gonna
And
go
call it.
talk to wifey because I can hear them kids beating her up. She need, she need me to come in and lay down the law. That's what I do. I lay down the law. I come up in there. I'll be like, yeah.
Oh shoot! Did I close that? Oh dang! I closed the.
Close everything.
Yeah, I'll pull it right back up. I got it. I'll get to it real quick. Y'all go ahead and talk to the people real
Hey,
quick.
Guac,
And
man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
saying? I like to see you down there in the chat. What else did
Mosley
we?
is
I'm
is
sure
gonna come in.
we missed.
Mosley is come in 40-pound bags. 40-pound bags,
Yeah,
Mosley.
40-pound bags. We missed some. There were some questions in there. I'm sorry we didn't really get for the questions like that because that's not what this was about. But let me see if I
we
can
tried to
get at.
get most of them though.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think we missed a couple. I saw some about fungus in there. That's more for Polo, but I think Portia asked about granular or liquid for
Liquid's the way to go.
drop your
Liquid.
comp. If you have a question, drop it so we can try to answer it before we get up out of here. Just redrop your
Yeah,
questions. If you have
yeah.
a question, let's try to get to them before we get out of here. Roldy, you'll be able to get the Elm Street Elite in the from the same location he had it last year, and you'll be able to get it from where we put the fertilizer at too. So it's going to be online. You'll be able to click purchase, boom, it'll be to your door. Um, there you go. There you go. Super.
Super TA, yeah, man. We just wanted to recap this one for you. I mean, you've been a supporter for us for a long time. So we are dropping our own fertilizer. We are bringing it to the market. We did partner up with Renovo. So we partnered with them for the research and development and manufacturing of our fertilizer. So Phoenix is what it's going to be called. As you can see here, 120 SGN, small prill size on that, capable of being able to spread all the way down to a quarter-pound of N. I did that actually today. Polo has also been able to do that. Being able to spread that all the way down to a quarter-pound if you want to do some spoon feeding. It is a homogenized prill. So this is actually what we're looking at right here. It is a homogenized prill at that 120 SGN. On that one, you're going to be getting 3 nitrogen sources. Those are going to be, quote unquote, if you want to call it that, quick release nitrogen sources there, but we got a good shot of AMS and urea in there. We had to put that AMS in there based on the color responses and everything that we get from the availability of AMS on that one. The difference is we also added that nitrate nitrogen in there, and the benefit that you get out of that, readily plant available for it to be able to be taken up. Doesn't need to have a lot of conversion and things in the soil for the plant to be able to uptake it. Have that in there. Again, also good in those cooler temperatures, as in early spring, late fall. That's what you're going to get from the nitrate nitrogen that we've got in there. And then again, basically 2 to 1, a little bit less than 2 to 1 in decay on the analysis that we've got in there, along with a good shot of quality biochar that is in there. We went back and forth on the biochar portion of it, and it won out that we should have that in there and be able to make sure that we had a quality biochar in there that was going to be able to provide what biochar should do for the soil. So that's the quick recap on that. We will be doing pre-sales on that. So pre-sale information will be coming out here shortly. Probably looking at the early to mid-May time frame for us to start having pre-sales out there. If you want to lock in, make sure you can get your bag. It will be reserved for you. You ain't got to worry about it. You will be able to secure your bag and make sure that you get it. This will be a limited run. So if you are interested and you want to get it, we've got a limited run on this one. And based on the litmus test of how this goes, hopefully we'll be able to, we're going to claim it. We're going to claim that this is going to go well, and we will be able to bring to you a larger run and make sure that we've got it really available for you. But again, bringing a new product to the market, it's just one of those things that you gotta provide proof of concept for you to make sure you're getting the return on the investment that you got to go in and put in for it. But at the end of the day, we wanted to make sure that we were providing a quality product at a reasonable price with the end user in mind, with what we have learned over the years of trying all of these different fertilizers and products and everything else, and just trying to wrap as much as we could into one single package to be able to deliver to you, the end user, the supporter, the follower, the subscriber, the community member, the family member of the We Workin team. So again, we appreciate it, and we would love to have your support as we continue to go forward to answer your questions.
And TA, it is a homogenized Prio too.
Beep bop boop bop boom.
Yeah.
Uh,
There we
okay.
go. While I was giving that rundown, anything come in that we need to get out there?
No questions popped up.
Um,
Down with further seed. How did y'all come up with the name Rising from the Ashes? Well, I'll speak to it since
yeah.
I had a lot to do with it. So part of it is a rising from the ashes concept, but there's iron in there, there's nitrogen in there, and then we got our X factor in there with the biochar. So the way it's spelt right now on the label, it's supposed to be little e and little I to kind of play off the periodic table. And then from the ashes, I mean, what doesn't come great out of the ashes? After everything burns down in the forest, what comes up next, right? So it's the kind of the thought with the phoenix was like, let's rebirth your lawn. Let's rebirth your lawn. Let's give your lawn a whole new, fresh look. Let's put good things into your lawn so you can have your lawn perform in the way that you want it to. And then it's just been a long time since we've seen a really quality biochar out there. So in the sense as well, the Phoenix is the rebirth of a quality biochar that you can trust on the market. So that's the pitch that I did to the fellas. I sold Polo right away. Y'all want to guess who was the one I had to pull his and twist his arm? Yeah, it's the same dude. He's always the tipping point, right? But Cam keeps us anchored. He keeps us anchored because he's gonna come in and just like poke at it, right? So it had to sit with him for a little while.
Yeah.
But he, because we don't like to do anything just off majority. We like to do it when we're all on the one accord, right? So if we got to
Mhm.
compromise and all be on the same page, we're gonna do that because we want everyone to be in agreement. We don't want to move forward. So I pretty much I was just kicking things around. I mean, if you could be a fly on the wall in our little Instagram chat group, that's all we do, man. We just be kicking
Yeah.
stuff back, and then all of a sudden something landed, and then Polo liked, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that turf," and then I started playing with the how we gonna
Go
spell it.
spell it.
So,
Yeah. That's
and
what
I was like,
changed.
"Okay,
That's
let's
what
play with."
changed. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what, yeah, that's what sold
That's
Cam
what. That's what.
when I broke out the periodic table and I was like, let's spell it like this, and he was like, okay, all right, I like that spelling this type.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's what did it.
that's how it
That's what
came
did it.
about.
Spelling it the regular way wouldn't have did it.
No,
This,
no, I
this
was never.
spelling. This
I mean,
spelling. This spelling was it.
yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got. That's all I got.
Ashanti, we're running trials on those things right now. That's what we're doing. She
Mm-hmm.
was asking,
Mm-hmm.
she
Spreader
the spreader said
setting.
it, but let's go.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
why that stuff's blank right now. But by the time we send it out, we'll have something in there for you to
yeah,
get you in there. It might be a spread, like because those Scots they don't come out calibrated like a spiker. Like Polo was able to run his spiker and then come back and tell us number three, and then we all put it to three, and then that's it. That's how
Yep.
spikers roll.
It
But
was
you're
exactly
paying
it.
for that when you get a spiker. That's what you're paying for, right? That
Yep.
consistency, that accuracy. You don't even have to think about it. With Scots, from unit to unit, it could vary, right? The tension might be a little different, so we got to play around with that. So when you see the Scots, I'm guessing it's going to come in between like 3 and 5 for the Scots. Especially, most people like to go out with a half a pound, so yeah,
Yeah.
and then so on and so forth. But we'll get our hands on everything except that drop spreader, probably. So,
Yeah.
those drop spreaders. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
we'll probably also another one that a lot of people have is that Echo one, that
the
RB
Echo
is the
one, yeah,
RBG
RB, yeah,
60.
which is a
mhm.
very if you want to come up out of Scots, but you don't want to spend Spiker money, get the Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll
get the
probably
Echo.
get our hands on that one and add that one here too, because I think a lot of people have made that move, and I think if I had to, just like you, if I had to recommend a step in between getting a Spiker or a Lesco and where you're at with that Scots, I believe that I believe that Echo is the move. We probably need
Yeah,
to grab the. Oh yeah, that it's already there. The Earthway
yes,
joint. Yeah.
yeah. The Earthway's there. Earthway's there. Lesko's there. Scott's there. We'll put the Spiker on there, and then we'll throw that Echo on there, and that should cover 80% of the population. If you got
Yeah.
something weird, you're probably weird and smart, and you can figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're probably already more in tune with it than than what we are.
than we could ever be. So yeah.
um,
All right.
Luis had a question right here.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. What is your opinion? Sorry, Mountain View tall fescue.
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I'll go ahead and take this one. As far as before and during, and I kind of walked through y'all my plan of like how I plan to feed my turf throughout this season with the Phoenix. Um, and that's typically kind of how I've done it in the past also. So normally in between spring to summertime, you'll catch me with about a pound of N on the ground. And then in the fall, when I do my overseed, once I do my overseed, which is typically first or second week in September, that's when I start my fall applications, which is where I typically get about 2 pounds down in the fall. That's typically how I go about my fertilization. So, as far as high versus low nitrogen, in the springtime, I normally up through summer, I normally get about a pound down. And then from September to the end of the season, which my blackout is November 15th, but usually I'm done applying all of my fert by like mid October. So between September and October, I'm normally getting down about 2 pounds at that point. So usually I run about 3 pounds total in for the season, which is what we're regulated to here in Maryland.
Yeah. If you're going out right before, like, typically, people want to have their yard looking nice for 4th of July. And if you're giving yourself a quarter pound in feed of the Phoenix right around 2 days before 4th of July, reporting live from Polo, you're going to have what you need. I would do it probably 4 days so you can really
I
let
give
it
it you
pop.
a week. I've give it a week. I get a week
All right.
before the
But
fourth.
you're going to see a response within a
Yeah.
couple of days. But you do that and that's going to carry you through the worst part of the season. Most
Yeah.
likely for most of us, right? So you'll probably just be crawling along and wanting water in August anyway. And then
Mm-hmm.
when you get to mid-August and you got them showers coming or you want to go ahead and start prepping for your renovations, you're tearing stuff down anyway. Or if you
Mm-hmm.
came out of it pretty much unscathed and you're just doing a reset refit, you're good for another quarter pound around that time anyway.
Yep.
So that's why we didn't really worry too much about the slow release. And if you have a high quality spreader, to be honest, I'm convinced you can get this out at the 10th of a pound. Um, Now, but you're going to need a spreader that's going to be able to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
So
I think I could.
just keep
I
it.
think I could easily spread less than a quarter pound. Like
Yeah,
looking at the way that it flowed out for
Yeah.
a
yeah,
quarter pound, I
yeah.
could spread. I could
I could
spread.
choke that down some
Yeah, I could
easily.
spread. I could spread less than a quarter
The
pound.
problem is I ain't gonna see nothing and barely hear anything,
Oh
but
yeah,
I just gonna have
no,
I'm gonna just have to trust it.
yeah,
I'm gonna just have to trust it. But
yep,
It's coming
but
out
yeah,
for sure.
and if that doesn't work for you, man, go to the store, buy you a bag, go find you a co-op. You might have to go to 4 stores like I did today. Get you a bag of urea or ammonium sulfate, melt it down, spray out your 10th
tenth
pound,
of a
call it good.
pound. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, call it
If
good.
you if you want to do anything during the summer, like that's where I would maybe spray like your tenth of a pound, maybe like every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks or something like that, if you felt that it needed something.
Right.
But I feel like the only thing with that is you got to make sure the lawn's hydrated. You got to make
Hmm.
sure that you've got the hydration there in it, because once you start applying those foliar applications, they can get a little hot when you're dealing with those kind of temperatures and not having that amount of hydration in the plant. So
Hmm.
if you don't have the lawn well hydrated and things like that, um, I I'd say going down with the granular route that Turf just talked about around those times, you should be good.
Yeah.
Turf is not gonna because it's not gonna be growing a whole lot. Like it's gonna be under stress. Like it's not gonna be the best thing that you can give it during that period of time is some water.
Mm-hmm. And we're
That
talking
that
about cool season. For me, this summer,
oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
pushing. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
dropping like a pound on that thing each month when I'm growing in this Bermuda. So if you're in the warm season climate like me and you got warm season grass, baby, it's time to let it fly. That's gonna
yeah,
be perfect time for
Mm-hmm.
you. Just let that thing fly, get it watered
Mm-hmm.
in, drop a bomb on that joint, and just let it roll.
yeah.
Let your neighbors sit back and be like, "What did you do?" I'm like, yeah, I hit it with that Phoenix, brought that thing back to life. You see
Put
that?
put
Yeah,
that
from the
bomb on there.
ashes. From the ashes, she rose out the dust. That's what that Phoenix will do for you. Don't you worry about it. Yeah, that Phoenix, she'll do it for you too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm proud of that name. I don't know if you can tell or
Yeah.
not, but I'm proud of that. That might have been the most creative thing I ever came up with. Man, I told my brother that, and he was like, "Oh, who you steal that idea from?" I said, "You know what? He's supposed to be my brother." Yeah,
yeah.
super. We knew you could appreciate that 120 SGE.
Yeah, I knew like the people in the camp that really rock with us. I knew people would appreciate that 120. I think that might have been one of the base. I think that might have been the first thing that came out of my mouth was like, yo, we gotta make sure we get at a 120 or below Prio size. And the 120 is a good balancing point because if you start to get
Mhm.
any small, a lot of times when you get smaller than that, it gets a little more difficult to deal with when you're dealing with a lot of different spreader types. You got to kind
Mhm.
of start getting into needing that. Make sure you've got a high quality spreader to make sure you're
Mm-hmm.
accurately spreading those. But that 120 is a good place. Is a good place to be. Um, Emily, like we appreciate this. Like this one right here stuck out to me just looking at her comment. We appreciate
Yeah.
the support. Like we definitely appreciate that. And I think this is the part, getting a quality product from someone you can trust.
Can trust.
Like
That's
And
it.
that is
that was the big why, right?
that
We were
was
sitting there was like,
Mm-hmm.
why are they going to buy it from us? And the only thing I could come up with is just like, well, shoot, they trust us, right? I mean, that's what we've been
that's
building this rapport with them, not to turn around and sell them something, but to have a community that could come and get quality information from us and that they trust. So yeah,
that
in the
And then when you
in
look
the
at it
wake of
too,
like,
it, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Turf.
no, I forgot what I was about to say. You got it, Polo.
No, I was about to,
I don't
I was
be.
about to say when you look at it too, like from the videos that we make, the shorts that we make, only thing we're doing is just making videos and shorts that speak to everyone on how they can be able to get a better lawn. It's
mhm,
not that we're trying to sell you, you know, Scott's or sell you a weed and feed. I'm trying to do that. No, no, we're just giving you straight up information on how you can be able to have a good lawn. And this is whether it's weed control, whether it's grass seeds, whether it's fungicides, it doesn't matter what it is. We're just making things just to try to help you all. And of course, this is why you get a comment like that when you say someone that you can be able to trust, because
yeah,
we're giving you this information. You're going to the store, you're going online, you're getting it, and you're putting it on your lawn, and then you're seeing results.
yeah.
That's all that you're
That's
getting.
that's been the heart and the foundation of what we've provided. Like until this point, like we haven't been here to sell you something. Like
Hmm.
we just haven't. And even right now, we're not really trying to sell you something. We're just providing you the opportunity of, hey, y'all ask us all the time, what seed and what fertilizer do we use? We're just providing you the answers of what we've been doing. Like this is it. Like this is it. You can get the exact same thing that we have and what we use and what we believe in. And you got all those answers all available to you very soon in one click.
Mm-hmm. Tony, yes, I'm running Iron Cutter. So if you're looking to see how Iron Cutter performs in South Carolina, particularly in the PD County region, I got you. Tune in. It's going down. I'm picking up the Sprigs Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, they said they're gonna be ready mid-April, so we're pulling the trigger a little sooner than I originally planned. But yes, Iron Cutter. Yes, we will be real mowing. Um, and yes, I may be putting in the putting green in my backyard off the pool. Maybe thinking about it, considering it, highly considering it. Probably gonna do it. I don't know. We'll see. And then there was another question in there.
Ro-
Oh,
ro-
Roldy. Yeah, we're gonna come back probably in about 2 to 3 weeks, and we're gonna tell you it's gonna be you're gonna see it hung on the site, and you can put like it'll probably be a button where you can like notify when available, just so you can know where it's at, and then we'll go live again maybe a week later from that and say, hey, yeah, pre-orders are open. You can go in there, place your pre-orders. We'll reserve your bags, put them to the side, and then we'll start shipping them out shortly after that. It's just that simple. Pre-orders. We'll see how long. Maybe pre-orders only are open for a week or two, and then bags start flowing out. If for some reason it goes live and they're all gone in 72 hours, then that lets us know we can go ahead and try to get right back on the schedule to
yeah.
do another run.
That
So
now gives us the leverage to be able
Hmm.
to say, hey, we need another run. And right now
right,
that's the thing that we need is we don't have the leverage right now. And Turf
right.
spoke
We don't
to
have
it
the leverage. We don't have the data.
yeah,
We don't.
Spoke to it
We're
earlier.
not
We
holding the cards right now. We just don't have the cards. We don't got the cards.
yeah,
Not yet.
so
But with
yeah,
y'all, we will have the cards. But
yeah,
by ourselves, we don't have the cards.
yeah.
We don't
Yeah, we're a
see
little.
it.
Well, we ain't even a guppy in the pond that everybody else is. In the
Right.
pond that we swimming in right now. Um, yeah, so that answers that question for you, Rody. I think we only got one more question
Yeah,
in
that's
here, and then we'll probably get ready to slide out of here.
a good
Um,
question.
good question. Anybody want to take this?
Polo got him.
What is it? Okay, I'm blurry over here.
Oh,
No, no. I mean, I'm like real blurry. I can't even read it.
It says a newbie question: won't cutting 3 times a week just cut off all the growth from spoon feeding liquid and fertilizers?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's. I mean, you're going to get growth, and yes, you're going to have to cut it, and yeah, you'll get the cut in there. But as far as cutting off the fertilizer that you put in there, the fertilizer is going to be absorbed into the plant, so is not going to be after typically around 6-ish hours, especially if you're going urea. The data shows that majority of that urea and the nutrients from a foliar application within 6 hours is already absorbed into the plant. So with it already being absorbed into the plant, if you go out there and cut it, it's not gonna it's already there. The plant is already utilizing it and getting the benefits of that fertilizer that you have put down. So no, you're not gonna have a decline or you're not gonna get a negative benefit from cutting 3 times a week. Cutting 3 times a week
It's a good
when
sign.
required and when necessary is a benefit because now you have a more consistent growth. You've got a more uh, trained plant at that standpoint. When
Yeah.
you let it grow up tall and you cut it down and then it shoots back up and you chop it back down, and it just puts a lot of additional stress on
That's
the
all.
plant. So
Mm-hmm.
more frequent mowing, you're only just cutting just a little bit off of it, and it's less stressful on the plant, so you end up with a healthier plant. And also it encourages tillering also, in that standpoint, so it thickens up the lawn with that. Cultural practices.
Uh, I appreciate you too, Ro. I appreciate you because you don't hold the punches. You don't hold the punches, man. But I'm gonna let you know we about to Polo's about to disappear for like a whole 3 months on that. So just like me and Cam could probably get in here about once every other week. Um, but
Just know we
Polo, the
working.
mob, that's when he
Just know we
starts
working.
working for the mob a little bit, and he got the yards, and
Just know
he's
we
got.
working, man. We working. Some things I gotta do is just follow us on Instagram. If you're not over on Instagram, follow us over there. You'll
Yes.
be able to see us majority of the time, regardless if we're out mowing or whatever the case may be, because I'll be all over the place.
Mm,
Follow us over there. Follow us over
mhm.
there. Y'all want to see
Yeah.
some before and afters, even though we'll pop some up on YouTube. You're going to see a lot of that footage over there. It's going to be
Mm,
kind of like, readily available for you. So as soon as you pop up,
Yeah,
it don't matter which one you go to, even though you should be going to all three of us, you're going to see
mhm.
something.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
pop up over there and support us over there, and we'll most definitely appreciate you all support with this right here, because we ain't the big fish in the pond, but that's y'all decision.
Mm,
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Y'all control the cards on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got the cards.
y'all
Got the
got y'all
cards.
got the cards on this one.
Yeah.
He was like, "That's that Brooklyn NY." His responses remind me of my homie from Brooklyn. Like that, I was assuming that too. I was like, "Yo, he sound like one of them up top cats." Like, yo, he just be.
Yeah.
My homie is the same way. I had a conversation with him like earlier today. Like, you can guarantee the phone conversation ain't gonna be more than a minute and a half. He don't
He
need
getting
no
to
he don't need no introductions. Don't need no,
getting
hey yo,
straight
what's
to it.
good? What's good your way, man? What's hot? Nah. Yo, what you want? What you need,
Which
son? Like, yo, what up?
another thing, JD, is if you're recycling, you're feeding some nutrients back into your lawn as well. And to their point as well, like you're cutting 3 times a week, the lawn is healthy. It should be healthy. So
Yeah,
you know and even though a plant doesn't have a stomach, it does have the ability to reserve some things in its carbohydrates and whatnot, so it's not all for waste. Don't I know it seems like it's kind of counterproductive of what you're doing. You're like, hold up, wait, I'm cutting you 3 times a week and I'm spoon feeding you. Like, why am I doing all this? Why don't I just leave you alone? Maybe only cut you once a week, and that way I'm not wasting all my fertilizer. It sounds like it makes sense, but that's not how it
yeah.
works. It's a continuous cycle. So
And then when you're
yeah,
cutting that frequently, you're able to just recycle the clippings because you're not
yeah,
cutting off
you're not cutting
a
that much
half
off.
inch,
Yeah.
2 inches. Like you're not like it's literally fines, and you just recycle them. Like I don't think I've bagged in the past 2-3 years, other than like
Mm-hmm.
if I was chopping it down for like getting ready for overseeding or something like that, and that was only the front yard. Like
Yeah.
I typically just walk it down any other time. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've bagged in years.
Yeah. Shoot, I chopped down the little stamp and didn't even bag. I just blew it off because I got that big boy echo now. So I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like making all these trips
Let's
to the
just make
trash
it
can.
disappear.
I was just gonna make it disappear. Woo! It's gone. That daggone backpack sprayer is the truth. It's like, yes. Yeah. But yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's man. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
y'all for your
We
time, man. Thank
we
y'all for
agree
this.
we agree with you, Emily. We agree with you. We appreciate
Yes.
that. We appreciate that. That's our foundation. So All right, fellas, y'all got any closing words? We'll go turf and then slide to polo. See what y'all got. We'll close this out.
I appreciate y'all. I really do. Appreciate y'all. That's really all I got. Oh, and don't buy the
And
product. It's gonna ruin you. Don't buy. You don't want it. I promise. You don't want
for
it.
for the people that don't know what he's talking about, you buy this, you're going to get rid of all the rest of the products that you have in your garage or your shed, especially if they're fertilizers, granular. You're gonna get rid
Yeah.
of them. You're gonna get rid of them.
And
Only thing I have to say,
especially if you haven't spread a 120 SGN or below.
yeah,
Like to me, like that was game changing. Like I will personally say the first time that I spread a 120 or below, I didn't want to go back to anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, yo, this is amazing. Like it just flows through the spreader. Like it just flows and it's even, and you come up with the accuracy of like how much you wanted to put down. Like I said, Polo told us the setting. It was like, yo, man, I spread it at a 3 on my spiker. And I weighed my joints out and I was like, all right, I know I need this much. Boom, boom, boom. Went out there, spread it. I got 4,000 square feet in the back. And when I tell you I was 0.05 pounds off of exactly a quarter pound. 0.05. Like that it just is crazy. So yeah, that's
yeah.
homogenized and 120. Yeah. Yeah.
So all I got to say is just basically just um, Rody is turf therapy. Turf therapy is what he is on the ground. Um, support us over there, follow us over there, because if you all are by now, you're gonna be wanting to see some before and afters. I already seen the after 48 hours later. I know I haven't I did take some footage, but of course, we're doing this live, but you're gonna be seeing that footage over there. So if you really want to see some before and afters, whether they are pictures, whether they are videos, you're gonna see it over there more than likely first. We'll still carry that
Yeah.
information over here, but you're gonna see it over there first. So make sure that you all lock in with us. There's been a lot of you all in here. We thank you all for hanging in there with us this long on this Thursday night. But lock in with us on both platforms so that you can be able to get a good glimpse of what you're about to invest in.
Yeah. And I think another one of the questions that I seen pop up in here, I think somebody had asked about where to get the Elm Street Elite seed from. Um,
Mm.
so you can go to any of my videos on my channel, and that information is in the description. So you can reach out to Newsome Seed, Alan at newsomeseed.com. Or I've got the phone number that's also in the description. You can just call them up, put that order in, and then they'll get that shipped out to you to the door. If you're in Maryland, you can go pick it up at Newsome Seed in Fulton, Maryland. You can go out there and just pick it up if you're local to Maryland. If not, you can contact them and they'll ship it out to you to the door. Uh, in the fall or coming up when we get our landing site, uh, we're looking to be able to have a one-stop shop click for you to be able to get a seed fert pack. You can get your seed fert pack all together, everything that you need for your seeding and renovation or either overseeding that you need to be able to do. You can get it, all of it in one click.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we said, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all support. We appreciate y'all for hanging in there tonight with us. This was fun. This was fun. Even
Yeah.
though it was a release and an announcement is something that we have been working on for a while. And again, just like we opened it up with, we want to close it out by saying thank you.
Thank you.
It is because of y'all, and it is because of y'all support. Um, we want it to be rooted and foundationally sound in providing you quality information and solutions to the problems that you've got. And the products that we're bringing to you right now, the reason for that is it is a solution to questions that we get asked all the time. What
Mhm.
seed and what fertilizer? So we're knocking off those solutions to the problems and the questions that you all have been presenting to us. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the support. Again, stick with us because that information will be coming soon on pre-sales. Again, this is a limited run. Like we we want to emphasize that this is a limited run. So we want to make sure that if you want it, when the pre-sale information drops,
Get in there.
just go ahead and get it. Just go ahead and get in there, because it is a limited run. And if we have the data to back up the fact that, hey, is we have a need for it, we can now have some leverage to be able to go in and potentially be able to make another run, to be able to get some more fur out to the market.
Don't play with it. It's already been some people saying they're gonna get 4 bags. Some been saying they're
Oh
gonna get
yeah,
10.
I saw 10.
Don't,
I saw 10 in there.
yeah,
So hey, there go
don't
14
play with
bags gone. Oh,
it. Yeah, don't play with it. Don't play.
gone.
Like I
Appreciate
And,
said,
that,
don't
Sue. Appreciate
yeah,
that,
don't be
Sue.
like I'm
I
gonna get it
forgot
later
about
on.
this person. They've been around for a minute, or they just really been paying attention because they was like, y'all got the seat, the fur, and the app. I forgot all about the app. And
oh
that's
yeah,
stupid because I literally was using the app today when I was trying to figure out how to spread a quarter pound, no, a half a pound in a 200 square foot little grid. When I did the grids, I was like, oh, let me just go in the app real quick and put it in. Boom.
yeah,
Okay, that's what I need.
yeah.
Break out the scale, weigh it, boom, we done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we, like I said, who knows? Might get a mower. Might get a spreader. Shoot,
Mhm.
who knows? Sky's the
Uh,
limit, right?
yeah.
Sky's the limit.
P Mills, you asked if I'm gonna put out a guy from Maryland. I've given y'all as much of a guide as I'm gonna give you. There's just too many variables.
The answer is no, P. Millis. Is no.
There's too many variables out there for me to sign up for that.
Is no. Is
Um,
no.
just
But
follow
but
along with me.
oh, but it's not no. Because remember, we did have a conversation in Louisville to where even though we're not going to put out a guide, we may have a vector that we can use that will guide you. It's going
Oh
to give
yeah,
you more.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
the thing, the
yeah,
presentation
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
that's not necessarily something that we're cooking up, but it is a tool that we may accommodate, and then again,
And be able to
send
present.
the elevator
Yeah,
down for you. That's all
and
we
be
want
able
to
to
do. Send the
present it to
elevator
you.
down.
Mhm.
Send the elevator down so you ain't gotta take the stairs. You just get on the elevator and come up here with us. So yeah.
See what we doing. See
Yeah.
what we doing. See how we be helping in all phases.
He said
All
got
phases.
I'm burning my lawn. Happy to help, brother. Happy to help. So, I was tired of doing math in my head. That's what it was. And I had a spreadsheet I had an Excel formula spreadsheet that I had built out and that I would go and refer to do it. And I just got tired. And I was like, dude, this should just be an app. And then I made the app. That's how that happened. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
use that. I use that joint all the time. I use it every app, like every app that I make, like every
Oh,
single
just to
app
double check
that
real quick.
that
A
I make.
little
Yeah,
double check.
quick double check and be like, boom, boom, boom. Yep, my numbers is right, and it be spot on, spot on. So
And I ain't got none of y'all information. I ain't stealing none of y'all. I don't know who got it. I don't know what you're doing with it. It's yours. I don't need your address or nothing. It's yours. You bought it. No strings attached.
yep. All right, then
All right.
we appreciate y'all. We gonna go ahead and slide up out of here again, y'all. The this is because of y'all, and we just want to close it out again by saying thank y'all, and stay tuned because it's on the way.
Yes, Lord.
We've been working on this one. We've been working on this one, and it feels good.
Phoenix.
It feels good to get it out there. Phoenix,
Phoenix.
remember the name.
Remember,
Remember the
remember
name.
it. Wow, man. Phoenix, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Hit us up on either the comments in this video, like and subscribe to the channels that we've got here, and make sure you follow us over there on Instagram if you want the more detailed live updates and everything. So we'll be bringing all the content and info back to y'all. All right. As we always say, just know we work.
We working.
Working.